Hi, my name is Larry, and I'm the safety coordinator for filling propane today for Lenny's Gas and Wash. This is my assistant today, one of our managers, Josh, and we're going to go through 5 steps of safety measures, okay, to execute whenever you're starting to do propane. The first one is to make sure that you know where the emergency cutoff switch is. This is a pull cable, so if you ever have a problem, you just come out here and you pull this cable, and this releases the gas to the unit. The second safety measure is making sure that you're equipped, okay, with all the necessary equipment.
All right.
Okay, first thing Josh is going to put is his vest on. All of our maintenance people that fill propane or do outside parking lots are always supposed to wear a vest, okay? This is so that they don't get hurt in any single way. He also wears a face shield or safety glasses. He has a quick release rubber gloves that protects his hands from cold propane. And that there's plenty of equipment inside the cage here, screwdrivers and leak detectors. Okay, so this is a DOT cylinder inspection that's very, very important, okay? We're going to check this tank out before we fill it to make sure it's safe for the customer. We're going to check the top ring, we're going to check the valves, we're going to flip the tank over, look at the beauty ring on the bottom that holds the tank, make sure there is no rust pitting or anything like that. There's no burn marks on the tanks whatsoever. If all of that is good, we now go to the second part of that, and that's looking at the date that's on the tank. This tank is set at what year, Josh?
January of 2021.
2021. Because it does not have a letter in front of it, it's good for 12 years. If it was to have a letter S in front of it, it is only good for 7 years. If it has a letter E in front of it, it is good for 5 years. So we're going to add 12 years to the a year on this tank, and that's when it expires. If it's in code and it's all clean, we are ready to fill it. Training segment number 2, filling a propane tank by using the scale. This is the only tank that we fill, which is a 20-pound cylinder for barbecue grills. Josh now is going to grab the meter here, and he's going to reset the meter. The only reason why we're resetting the meter so we know that as we're filling this tank, it's getting gas into the tank. That's the only reason. He's then going to grab the hose that fills these tanks. The scale is always set at 37 pounds, okay? Nothing more. 37 pounds for a barbecue grill, and that's it. He's going to hook up the hose to the tank. He's then going to open the hose valve first. And then he's going to turn on the pump. And then he's going to open the service valve, and he's going to start to fill the tank. Once the scale starts to tip, he is then going to shut the system down. That means the tank is full. So at this point, the tank is full. He's now going to turn off the hose valve. Then he's going to turn off the power. And then he's going to turn off the service valve. He's going to unhook the hose valve. And because this tank did not come in with a service cap, he is then going to give them a new service cap and enter it onto the tank, and then return the tank to the customer. So segment 3 is this training on filling a propane tank other than a barbecue grill using a bleeder valve, okay? The first thing we want to do is evaluate the tank and make sure that the tank is secure, it's looking good, there's no rust spots, it's in good shape. And then we're going to grab the fitting for this particular tank. This fitting is now going to connect to this port. He's got that nice secure. Now he's going to use the regular hose and fit this. He's now going to open up his hose valve. Okay, his hose valve. And then he's going to open up his bleeder valve here on the top, which is a thumb screw bleeder valve. Okay, he's going to open up his service and turn the pump on. And this is going to start to fill, but there's no scale for this. Your bleeder valve, when it is at 80% filled, will start to send out a white mist of gases. Once that mist comes out, is now filled. So we're going to turn off the hose valve. We're going to shut off the bleeder. We're going to turn off the pump and then shut off the service valve on here and do a disconnect of the tank. And that tank is now complete. Okay, so this is segment 4. This is filling a RV or a service vehicle, and we have a makeshift vehicle here on this cart. This is filling this tank is just like filling the last tank, except this tank is mounted to a vehicle. It's the same concept. So what Josh is going to do is he's going to reset his meter once again, so he has it all back down to zeros. He's going to pull the gun hose from the cabinet and hook it to the vehicle's tank. He has no valves to turn on here, this is a direct line, but he does have the bleeder valve to open. So now he's going to open the bleeder valve. He's going to walk over and turn on the power. He's going to come back to the gun, which has a trigger on it, and now he's going to pull that trigger, okay, and he's going to focus his view on this bleeder valve. He's going to keep that trigger pulled until he's got white gases coming out of that bleeder valve. Once he does, that tank is filled. He stopped it. He's shutting off the bleeder valve. He's turning off the motor. He's going back and disconnecting the gun. He will get a little backsplash of propane, but it's next to nothing. He's going to hang this back up. He's going to replace this safety cap on the tank. Now he's going to take the customer inside the store with the amount of gallons that he's pumped, and we finished and concluded our training on propane for the employees of Gas and Wash.